This isn't hype. This isn't emotion. This is reality. To beat South Africa in 2025, you can't just play good rugby. You have to be perfect, clinical, accurate, disciplined, smart. Because this Springbok team, they can win in every way imaginable. They can win slow. They can win fast. They can win ugly. They can win beautiful. And everything can go wrong for them. And somehow, they still find a way. Ireland need their best performance of the year. Maybe their best performance under Andy Farrell. Because the Boks don't have weaknesses. You have to outthink them. So can Ireland do it? Or will the world champions close out the Northern Tour with a statement? Let's break it down. Welcome back to Rugby From The Stands. Some test matches feel big, heavy, meaningful. And then there's this one. Ireland versus South Africa. Not because the world stops for it doesn't. But because rugby people stop for it. The students of the game, the tactical obsessives, the fans who live for the detail, physicality, and pure test match theatre. This is not hype. This is not overselling. This fixture has become one of the truest tests of what elite rugby looks like. On one side, you've got the Springboks, two-time reigning world champions, the most complete rugby system on the planet, a team that has so many dimensions to their game that you cannot simply show up, play good rugby, and expect to win. To beat this South African team, you must be clinical, you must be accurate, you must be smart as Ford and Borthwick were against New Zealand last weekend, outthinking the opponent, not just outworking them. On the other side, you got Ireland, the one team in the last 5 years that has consistently made South Africa uncomfortable. The one team that has a winning record against them in recent times. The one team who sees pictures differently, who attacks differently, who has the courage to bring shape and structure even against the most violent, suffocating defensive line in rugby. These two sides don't scare each other, but they absolutely respect each other. South Africa aren't scared of anyone right now, let's be honest. But they know Ireland are a problem. And Ireland know the Boks have no clear weaknesses to poke at. This is a game of inches, a game of clarity, a game where every small decision matters. There's also a weird stat floating around. A dumb stat, really, but a stat that has held true for 5 straight meetings. Whoever scored the first try won the match. It's dumb. It shouldn't matter. But it's held true so many times in a row that until it breaks, we kind of have to pay attention. And maybe it matters because South Africa versus Ireland games are always real test match wars. Tight, cagey, precise battles where that first try just gives you a slight advantage, a foothold in the emotional arm wrestle. Today, we're going deep. We're breaking down Ireland's recent form. We're breaking down South Africa's evolution this season. We're building game plans from both coaching boxes. And yes, I'm giving you my prediction at the end. Let's start with Ireland. Ireland arrive into this test with 3 very different matches behind them. New Zealand, Japan, Australia. All 3 tell us something. But the Australia match, that one tells us everything Ireland want to be right now. Let's go through them. Ireland versus New Zealand. I call it the rusty one. Final score, New Zealand 26, Ireland 13. This game looks bad on paper, but if you watched it closely, it's full of context. First, match fitness. It was Ireland's first test after a long break. You saw it in the final quarter. New Zealand had around 88% of possession in the last 10 minutes. That's not tactics, that's oxygen. Second, line-out chaos. Ireland hit around 69%. New Zealand hit mid-70s. For Dan Sheehan and Cody Taylor, 2 of the best hookers in the world, those numbers scream either wind, referee strictness, disrupted timing, a really awkward throwing day. This wasn't a systemic failure. It was messy conditions and rust. Third, the tag burn red card. You lose your line-out caller and one of your most intelligent forwards for 20 minutes. Everything gets scrambled. Fourth, poor 22-meter finishing. Ireland had 5 entries, but barely over 1 point per visit. Verdict? Not an Ireland performance to judge harshly. It was a warning about sharpness, not a statement about identity. Then we move on to Ireland versus Japan, a controlled victory. Ireland did look a bit clunky, but the final score, Ireland 41, Japan 10. 13 entries into the 22, just under 3 points per visit, around 10 clean line breaks, dominant territory, good variety of shape. Japan actually had quicker ruck ball, but lacked the physical punch to make Ireland uncomfortable. Verdict, this was Ireland beating a team they should beat. Useful reps, good confidence, but not the template for beating South Africa. Then, Ireland versus Australia, the template. Final score, Ireland 46, Australia 19. This is the one Andy Farrell will keep coming back to. Ireland led for 77 out of 80 minutes. They controlled the game. They had 12 entries to the Wallaby 22, nearly 4 points per entry, a perfect line-out, 100% hit rate, over 90% tackle completion, 45 kicks compared to Australia's 25. This wasn't old school, balls out, wide Ireland. This was mature, measured, intelligent Ireland. Play for territory, pressure the opposition exits, use the line-out as a platform, strike clinically once inside the 22. And the biggest part, Jamison Gibson-Park. His tempo changed everything. His passes created tempo. His decisions created rhythm. His kicks from the base created territorial control. His ability to play fast or slow, depending on the picture, gave Ireland multiple gears. When he is sharp, Ireland look like themselves. Verdict, Ireland's clearest identity emerges from the Australia game. Territory-led rugby. Efficient 22-meter finishing. Perfect line-out execution. A smart kicking game. Jamison Gibson-Park as the tempo setter. Now we take the Australia template and merge it with the Durban win over the Springboks. Ireland beat South Africa last year. Yes, through a Farrell drop goal. But really though, faster ruck ball, winning key tactical moments, shaping the Boks defense, playing smarter, staying disciplined, outthinking South Africa for long stretches. Here are the true lessons Ireland can steal from that day. Fast ruck ball bends the Boks defense. Get rucks under 3 seconds and suddenly the Boks line speed is slower. The Boks spacing widens. The Boks decision making becomes reactive, not proactive. Not easy to do, but essential. You don't need 12 entries to win. Ireland had fewer entries last year, but they converted. That's where the Australia game helps. Ireland showed they can operate at nearly 4 points per entry. Ireland don't need more entries than the Boks. They need enough entries and clinical finishing. Keep the drop goal alive. Farrell won the test with 1, but more importantly, the threat of the drop goal forces South Africa to defend differently. Exit discipline is key. Last year, Ireland gave away exit penalties that let Pollard drag South Africa back into the game. So they need clean exits, no cheap offsides, minimal handling errors in their half, avoid scrum-heavy zones. The Boks hammered Ireland's scrum last year, but this year, they're even stronger. If Ireland knock on in their own half, they're feeding the Boks machine. Ireland's realistic blueprint is simple. Australia's structure plus Durban's intelligence equals Ireland's best shot. But it requires something we haven't seen from Ireland this year. Fluency, ruthlessness, absolute clinical precision. And that brings us to South Africa. Let's be honest, this is not the same Springbok team Ireland beat in 2024. This side is stronger, more efficient, more versatile, mentally tougher, more tactically flexible. And when you watch their 3 recent games, France, Japan, Italy, you see patterns. Red zone efficiency is horrifying. Against major competition this year, we've seen around 5.1 points per visit versus France, around 3.6 versus Japan, around 3.6 versus Italy. The Boks do not need territory dominance, high possession, long sequences, endless pressure. They need 1 entry, 1 opportunity, 1 moment, and that's enough for 3 or 5 or 7 points. This wasn't always true last year. This year, it's elite. Their win even went down to 14 or 13. Against France, red card, 14 men for the whole second half. They dominated the final 10 minutes with around 91% possession. Against Italy, Mostard red early, Van Staden yellow. Periods with 13 men, and they still controlled the scoreboard and the last quarter. Most teams panic at 14. The Boks become even more Bokish. And their versatility. They can play slow rugby, fast rugby, wide rugby, tight rugby. The old narrative that South Africa only play 10-man rugby is dead. This attack has shape, has decoy runners, has multi-phase threats, has X-factor moments, has tempo changes, has genuine strike playmakers, and then there's the bench. The 5.5, 2.5 split. Andre Esterhuizen double hats as center, as back row cover, as a third playmaker crash option. This isn't a bench. That's a message. We are coming for you in the last 20 minutes. The backfield is a weapon. Ireland want to kick a lot, but against this Bok backfield, that's dangerous. South Africa don't just win high balls, they win the tap backs, the ricochets, the messy scraps, the chaos moments. Ireland's high kick game must be smarter, not braver. Not 45 kicks just because it worked against Australia. 45 kicks with perfect chase structure. Because if you kick badly to this Bok team, they will punish it. Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu is not calm. He is not conservative. He is X-factor, ambitious, supremely confident. A player who wants to be the next big thing. A playmaker who wants big moments. The type who sees a big test and wants the ball more. He can create something from nothing. He can change the tempo. He can break the script. And if the game gets messy, Holland can come on. Two different fly halves, two different philosophies. That's dangerous for Ireland. Let's talk about the real clash of identity. Ireland, they want 10 to 12 entries, want shape and tempo, want fast ruck ball, want Jamison Gibson-Park directing traffic, want to use the boot intelligently, want to win territory, want to paint pictures for the Bok defense. South Africa, they want 5 to 7 entries, want collisions, want to squeeze, want to suffocate, want chaos moments, want to turn scraps into launch pads, want the last 20 minutes to be theirs. Here's the tension. The thing that makes Ireland great, their shape, their passing, their tempo, requires enormous energy. And no team on earth punishes a tired opponent like the Boks. You cannot beat them by being pretty good. You must be clinical, precise, accurate, efficient, disciplined, smart. There's no margin for error. This South African team doesn't have obvious weaknesses. You must outthink them, out-scheme them, out-execute them. This is chess, not checkers. Let's build the real Ireland game plan, not fantasy, a real strategy. Do not give the Boks scrum opportunities in your half. That means cleaner exits, no loose offloads in bad areas, minimal knock-ons, no unnecessary passes near touchlines. Kick long, not contestable, in early phases in your half. The Boks scrum is not just a restart, it's a weapon. Fast ruck ball, aim for 60% under 3 seconds. Ireland don't need Japan-like speed, just enough to make the Bok defense adjust. They need to have clear roles, no hesitation, no overcompeting on lost rucks. Reset and go again. Line-out stability. You don't need to dominate, you need to be clean. 90% plus. Tempo throws, short pods, quick shifts. Avoid slow, towering lifts that invite steals. Blend Australia's finishing with Durban's intelligence. So Ireland must take 3 points early, stay in touch. Use launches cleverly. Only go for 5-meter lineouts when the picture is right. Keep the drop goal option alive. If the Boks are defending their line brutally, drop goals become gold. If you can't convert 22-meter entries into tries, then drop goals must be a real weapon. Kick smart, not for volume. Kicking is good, but only with chase structure. After folding the Bok defense, when the backfield picture is right, you want to bring on your front rowers from the bench. If you wait until 60, you're already drowning. Your engine room must be fresh before the Bok surge begins. Now let's flip it to the Springboks game plan. Ireland will want to kick. South Africa might want that. They thrive on it. Attack the chase, attack the scraps, attack the ricochets, turn one messy contest into 7 points. South Africa live in these chaos moments. Smash the Irish line-out rhythm. If the Irish line-out wobbles even slightly, Ireland lose tempo, Ireland lose shape, Ireland lose launch plays, Ireland lose their map of the field. Stress the throw, stress the jump, stress the calling. Red zone equals kill zone. The Boks don't need many entries, they just need quality ones. 5 entries could mean 20 points easy. Use the scrum as a long squeeze. Over 80 minutes, the scrum takes energy, discipline, emotional reserve. If the Boks draw penalties here, it turns into territory. scoreboard pressure, psychological battles. And the last 20, that's their time. The bomb squad, the tempo, the collisions. And don't be surprised if Pollard or Sacha take a drop goal this weekend. We haven't seen drop goals from South Africa this year, but this is the big test. This is the one Rassie cares about. Don't be shocked if they bring every tool. So, for Saturday, if you're watching the game live, what are the key things to watch for? The dumb stat. The first try scorer has won the last 5 games. I know, it's dumb, it's random, it's probably coincidence, but until it breaks, we should pay attention because Ireland-South Africa games are historically tight. A first try gives you just that extra edge in a trench war. Keep an eye on the line-out percentage at halftime. Ireland 90% plus, they're in it. Below 85%, that's a danger sign. Then also keep an eye on the 22-meter entries versus conversion rate. If you have lots of entries but low conversion, 2 possible messages. Your attack lacks punch. The defense is comfortable. And in these tests, that's when drop goal becomes a smart option. Keep an eye on the kick quality as well, not just the number. Where are they kicking? Who's chasing? And who wins the bounce? If South Africa win the scraps, momentum swings violently. Where do I land? Let me be honest. Ireland can win this match. But for that to happen, Ireland must be clinical, precise, ruthless, disciplined, accurate, efficient. This would have to be Ireland's best performance of the year. Maybe better than anything they've shown all year. They've been clunky at times, disjointed at times, searching for fluency. To beat this South African team, they must bring everything. Everything. Because South Africa can win multiple ways. They can win slow, they can win fast, they can win wide, they can win narrow, they can win ugly, they can win beautiful, with 15, with 14, even with 13. Everything can go wrong for the Boks and they'll still find a way to win. For Ireland, everything must go right. That is the difference. So yes, Springboks by more than 10. And honestly, that's me respecting Ireland, not disrespecting them. If Ireland aren't clinical, if they waste entries, if they wobble at the line-out, if they fade in the last 20, the scoreboard could get ugly. But if there's one team who can beat this Springboks team, it's Ireland. Thank you for watching Rugby from the Stands. Before we go, I want to say this. Last week, I made a request to help me get over 1,000 subscribers, and you guys responded. We're over 2,000 subscribers now, and honestly, I'm overwhelmed. Not just by the numbers, but by the love, the encouragement, the support, and even the disagreements. I love the disagreements. I love the debates. This community has become one of the smartest rugby conversations on YouTube. And I read every single comment. And more importantly, I try to reply to every comment. So if you've typed something, trust me, I've seen it. Let's push for 10,000 now. And I need your help. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the conversation in the comments. Tell me your prediction. Tell me where I'm right. Tell me where I'm completely wrong. I have a full-time job. This channel is made at night, at early mornings, at weekends, and every bit of support helps this community grow. So thank you. Let's keep building this together. This is Rugby from the Stands, and I'll see you after the final whistle.